to the world as it spins around. Just don't let the spin get you down. Things are moving fast. Hold on tight and you will last. Keep your self-respect, your manly pride.
Welcome, welcome to the Sistah Modupe's Raw Vegan Soul Food Show. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm Sistah Modupe. Thank you so much for joining us. And this show is going to be about the new year coming. This particular show is a few days before the new year. The next show will be a couple of days after the new year. So I just thought it would be a great time to talk about how to have a victorious, joyful, prosperous 2016. So, choices, right? We can either choose doomsday or victory. That's what I want to talk about. Everything from optimizing ourselves nutritionally to optimizing ourselves emotionally, mentally, intellectually, the whole gamut. We only have a few minutes for this whole show today, but we're going to touch on all of these things because 2016, I see joy and prosperity. I refuse to see anything else, and I don't want you to see anything else. We're going to go forward with love. We're going to go forward with being successful. We're going to go forward with being able to provide for ourselves, our families, our communities. We're going forward with choosing what we want, focusing on what we want, and nothing else, okay? So no matter what's happening around us, we've got to take our joy and peace with us all the time. Some people call it mindfulness. I'm calling it choosing to be about what I want, and that's it, all right? So now let's talk about some strategies on how to stay balanced, joyful, and happy, all right? One I like to use for myself is smiling. That's right. That's a simple thing, and it's bringing from the invisible to the visible, something that starts in me. I can share it with others, but for me, it's very balancing, and it gets those happy chemicals going no matter what's going on. Because how am I going to contribute to anything in a strong, productive way for myself or anyone else if I'm not smiling, at least for myself, right? And then the whole world is invited to smile with me. But it makes me feel good. It helps to relax me. It helps me to refocus and think about what I want. So 2016, let it be the year that you learn to smile for yourself and invite the whole world to smile with you. If you look in the scientific literature, they'll tell you that things like hugs, that's right, they can actually tell you how many hugs you need in a day to stay healthy. That's one reason why people enjoy being around children. So if you don't have a sister or a brother or a cousin or somebody with some little kids, go find some little kids and join somebody else's family. Get yourself some hugs. Honestly, it helps to diffuse tension, helps you remember what's important in this world, right? And it's great being a role model for the young ones, right? And we want to show them that it's best to be happy and relaxed, focused, and productive, okay? So those are some of the physical things that you can do, starting with yourself and sharing with others, and it does help me. My husband, I told him when we first met, okay, sometimes I can be a type A personality, but you know a good way to diffuse that with me is to hold my hand and help remind me it's not that important, right? What's more important are things like our relationship, things about me being calm and relaxed, because your body is listening. Everything you tell it, everything you choose to feel, because it's a choice, right? Even if there's tension and drama going on around you, remember, you can choose to join in that drama, or you can choose to remain in your peaceful and joyful place. All right? So, now, since I spoke a little bit about the mouth, right, with that smile, let's talk about being nutritionally optimized, because we have to eat every day. That's not to say you can't fast. Fasting is very good for you, but most of us, more times than not, we're consuming some nutrition, right? Now, a lot of people have forgotten why you're consuming some nutrition. And I say nutrition, emphasizing the nutrition, because eating is supposed to be about powering this body, right? This magnificent machine, which we travel on this journey in, but it's not us. We're a spirit, a light, a soul, whatever you want to call it, right? But we've got to take care of this body. That can bring us joy and relaxation and great health so that we can enjoy this journey, right? So we're going to talk more about recipes and how to optimize ourselves nutritionally so that, remember, life in, life out. You know me as Sistah Modupe, raw vegan soul food chef, and that means that I'm standing on the shoulders of giants. I am making sure that I use those wonderful spices and seasonings and herbs and all those wonderful things at our disposal to make food taste good, right? Now, I choose to be a vegetarian or vegan, meaning I eat vegetation. So, the same thing that you might season your steak with or something, I'm using on my broccoli or my cauliflower, right? So, I want you to remember that. Stay focused on having a healthy relationship with food. That means eating to keep yourself healthy and strong, not eating to the point where you're just passing out, not grabbing food to eat because you're angry or you're sad, but eating to make sure you're powered so that you have a productive day, right? And a peaceful, restful night. So, how are some of the ways that you do that? When you wake up in the morning, you want to make sure that you rehydrate and cleanse out your stomach by drinking at least a liter or a quart of water, I suggest with lime juice or lemon juice in it, right? That starts energizing you. It starts setting your day at a good, strong, alert pace, right? Not eating a whole lot of fried things in the morning and choosing a lot of heavy carbs and all that. You're just waking up, right? Give your body a chance, right? You want to set a tone for your day. And setting a tone for your day means hydrating, allowing yourself to stay in a cleansing mode for a little while longer, and then moving on to something like a smoothie, right? Now, whatever's in season, if pineapples are in season, it's summertime. If mangoes are in season, it's fall, whatever. Use that fruit at your disposal to make yourself something, again, that's light, energizing, and cleansing. With that said, understand that eating fruits earlier in the day is better for you because you're going to be eating something that's high energy and quickly digested, right? So that means up till, some people say noon, some people say definitely by 3 o'clock, you really want to have consumed your fruits for the day. Because, you know, now it's getting into the afternoon, going towards the evening. You don't want to wire yourself up or consume a lot of fast, easy calories because you're starting to wind down. You're going to go home and sit or, you know, go to sleep. And you don't want to be eating lots of easily sugary calories, good sugars, but still calories that are not in the right balance for the activity of your day or evening at that point. So in the morning, I suggest a smoothie, a great, delicious tasting smoothie of some type. Let me give you a recipe for one, easy. A lot of people start with almonds. Almonds are good to make almond milk. I say make your own almond milk. You don't have to go to the store and make almond milk. You know how easy it is to make almond milk? Almonds, spring water, blender, almond milk. You can season it. You can do whatever you like, but you know exactly what's in it if you make it yourself, all right? When I make my nut or seed milks, because sometimes I use things like sunflower seeds or pumpkin seeds, same thing. You can make your milk from those things. And when I say milk, yes, milk. M-Y-L-K though. Okay, that's how we vegetarian vegans spell that. A cup or two of nuts or seeds in with some water in the blender, spring water, 3 to 4 cups of spring water. Blend that till it's smooth. I don't strain mine because I don't want to throw out that fiber. I don't want to throw out those phytonutrients. And then I go on and just pile some fruit in there. So let's say it's mango season. All right. I might put 1 or 2 mangoes in there, 1 or 2 frozen bananas, a little cinnamon, bam, you're done. If you want, you can put some greens in there, like a little bit of kale, or I like moringa from Africa. It's a very, very nutritious leaf, full whole leaf. And I'll tell you another secret to making smoothies. If you love iced tea, you have some tea flavors you like, instead of putting water in with those nuts or seeds, you could actually put a tea in there with them. So some type of tea like rooibos, which is a great tea from southern Africa. It's from a bush and it's very, very delicious. Some people use it for weight management. It's certainly a very delicious tea that's very relaxing and very nutritious for the body. Jill Scott, when she was doing her detective series, the movie series that she did for part of a season, fabulous show. #1 ladies detective show, I think was the name of the program. The tea that she was always drinking there, because remember her character was a detective, a sister born in Africa, and she was in southern Africa. And the tea they drink in the morning is this rooibos, which is like a red, from twigs of a red bush. Again, very, very nutritious. You can actually start your smoothie off like that. If it's hot summertime, you might put ice cubes in there too. That's a delicious way to cool the body if it's really hot. I don't normally advise a lot of ice, but if it's 105 degrees, hey, go on and knock yourself out with some ice cubes. Okay, so that's a great way to start your day, and that's a way to make yourself nutritionally optimized for the day in terms of a great start to the day for breakfast, okay? Then for lunch, eat heavier so that your evening meal is a lighter meal. You don't want to eat a heavy meal at 6 o'clock at night and then you're going to lay down. Again, I've said in other shows that causes problems for the digestive system. It causes you to gain weight, not to eliminate well. So again, a big salad. How about a great big heavy salad? Put nuts in it. You can put dried fruits in it. You can put a lot of cucumbers, things like that. Have a nice heavy salad at lunchtime, and in the evening have something lighter, something watery, something like, say, zucchini noodles or something like that, okay? Now, again, for that salad at lunchtime, you might have something like kale, or you might have a dandelion salad, something like that. Put some cashews in it, or some walnuts, cranberries. Come up with a different dressing every day. Simple dressings, like you can put tomato, a cucumber, and a carrot in the blender, little water, some seasoning, bam, you got a salad dressing, all right? Little lemon juice. All right, now for dinner, I love zucchini noodles. I have this new toy that I can make noodles out of a cucumber or zucchini or anything. I make my little zucchini noodles, and then I might have homemade marinara, tomato marinara sauce. I just take some tomatoes, some dried tomatoes, some garlic, little lemon juice, maybe a date or two, put that in the blender or fruit processor, put that on my zucchini noodles. I'm set for the evening. Delicious, light but substantial, filling, and then you'll rest well, you'll eliminate well, and that's a great way to go. One last tip. Make sure that you're finished eating and only doing liquids after, liquids like best thing being water, after 8 o'clock in the evening in the summertime, because the sun is setting later in the evening. But in the wintertime, by about 6 p.m., you need to be through with your solid foods, so that a lot of people don't realize, they don't understand, they don't know that the sun actually helps you digest your food. So that means that you want to make sure you've eaten that heavier food when the sun is out, because that will help you digest that food. So in the summertime, it's going to be out longer. You can eat a little heavier, a little later into the evening, but during this winter time, like now, you want to make sure that you're finishing earlier in the evening with that heavier food because the sun is going down earlier, okay? So of course we'll have more recipes and more tips about how to eat and what to eat for optimizing yourself going forward in 2016. Next thing, we talked a little bit about emotionally, that was the smiles and the hugs. We talked some about nutritionally optimizing ourselves. Let's talk about physical exercise, okay? Actually getting out and moving these machines, moving these vehicles to stay healthy, right? One thing that people forget is dancing is exercise. Go out and dance. Great idea to do, lots of fun. You can burn a lot of calories. When my husband and I go dancing, people look at us like we're crazy because we're out there doing jumping jacks and just moving around because we want to feel these bodies. We feel good and it's so much fun and we're like dripping with perspiration. The young people are looking at us, but we're having a great time. Get out and move. Okay, maybe you're not ready for the dancing. Get out and walk. You want the sky over your head as much as possible. You need that vitamin D from that sunshine, and you've got to get up and move. Those joints, they will get creaky. You'll lose your posture in your back. You need to get out and move around because your immune system, your lymph nodes, that system is based on your movements for moving those liquids around through the lymph nodes. You don't have a pump on that system like you do for your blood in your body, like your heart. That heart is constantly moving that blood around, right? But it needs to get a nice flow of fresh air all the time because remember, you're getting deoxygenated blood moving around alternatively with that oxygenated blood. Your lymph node system, you need to get up and move. You're the pump for that system, okay? We want to learn to be our own doctors, our own healers, our own, the ones who take care of this body. It wasn't given to somebody else. It was given to us. And we've got to remember that and show love for this What's it called? A temple. So you don't treat it like a trash can. You don't treat it like an abandoned car. You got to take care of it. We clean it off on the outside, but we also have to do maintenance work from the outside to keep it running smooth, primed, and in good shape by doing things outside that help on the inside too. Okay, so we talk about physical activity. Oh, let me tell you something I learned the other day. Actually doing weightlifting burns more calories, if I got this right, burns more calories quicker than aerobic exercise. I'm like, oh, I'm going to have to hit the gym with the weights more and get my weights at home going more because I didn't realize that I can burn more calories. And as we've been around the sun more times, like myself, weightlifting is very important because we're no longer jumping as much or maybe as active in sports, a lot of us, as we get over 30 and 40 and such. So we've got to keep signaling to our body to keep our bones strong and to keep our muscle toned, okay? A lot of times as people get older, they start losing their muscle tone because you're not using them, okay? You gotta use those muscles. So get out and move around. You can do walking. Yoga is great for muscle tone. We're gonna have some great local yogis in here, and we're going to talk about the benefits and the different postures and things, poses that really work to keep the body in tip-top shape, keep you feeling good, and keep you looking like you're 15 or 16 because you keep your muscles toned, you keep your posture, etc. Okay? So, moving on to intellectually. Intellect. We have to keep that sharpened, just like sharpening a pencil, right? We want to keep that optimized. If you're only sitting watching TV, even if it's educational shows, that is not as good as doing a variety of things to keep our intellect fired up, right? So that means doing things like going to museums. LA has a ton of museums. Most of them even have free days. Go to an art museum. Go to the Natural History Museum. Go to the African American Museum. Go to the museum, what is the one called, sweetie? There's an Asian Cultural Center. Go down there, mingle, learn something. Keep your mind sharp. You got to go down and experience different things. If you're not traveling outside of the city, travel in the city. Go visit different monuments and museums and gallery shows and exhibits and things like that. One thing I love to do that I find very stimulating is going to the theater. I love going to plays. I know my sweetie's always like, okay, what place you want to go to see this week? That is so much fun. It's very stimulating. You always meet great people there. And so get up and go out and do something different. That's what life's for. Life's for moving and growing and sharing and uplifting each other. And how are you going to help somebody if you're sitting in your house? That doesn't help you. It doesn't help them. Remember, we're here to serve, but we're also here to elevate and expand. And we do that best by experiences. We've got to get out and have experiences. And guess what? Others need to experience us. We want to experience others, and others need to experience us. It's kind of like that yin-yang going on, okay? So remember, I hope those are some practical points that I've given you. Everything from things to eat, ideas on physical exercise and activities, things for practical emotional tips. And I'm serious. I want to see you smiling and hugging this year, okay? Also things for the intellect. If you do crossword puzzles, try number puzzles. If you like Scrabble, great, go try something else. Try chess. You're never too old, it's never too late to experience new things. And remember, each day is a blessing. Get out there, bless somebody else with your beautiful presence. Remember, you choose your life. That's for you to choose. Every day you get up, you don't want to get up and say, well, I wonder if I'm going to have a happy day. You've got to say, today is another happy, blessed day, and plan that. Okay? We get to do that. Remember, everything comes from the invisible world to the visible world, whether it's an idea for a machine, whether it's an idea on something you want to do or how you want to feel. You have a choice. So empower yourself. 2016 is going to be a year of us empowering ourselves with joy, prosperity, love for each other, and just having a wonderful time. We are not choosing fear. We are choosing happiness. We are choosing prosperity. We are choosing joy. Last show, we talked with Dr. Goss, one of the phenomenal entrepreneurs. He's been in business for over 40 years. I did say 40. He started his business with his store with 3 products on the shelf and $35 in the register. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. Just dream and then go and fulfill your dreams. That's what your life's for. You have unique things to offer. Each one of us is a blessing. That's right. Each one of us is a blessing if we choose to be a blessing. All right. So go out there, have a fantastic year, being positive, being loving, being full all the time. Well, I thank you again for joining us. I love you. Please contact me, share this video. Let me know what topics you'd like us to share, who you'd like to see on the show, etc. I want to thank our sponsors again, All-in-One Press Kit. If you want to have a press kit that takes full advantage of social media, whether you're an artist, whether you have a business storefront, online, you need to be able to utilize and maximize social media to your benefit. All right. Now, we also want to thank our other sponsor, LA King Techs. We thank them so much. If you want to find out how with one text on your cell phone to send it to your database of up to 10,000 people at one time, contact lakingtext.com. and you'll find out how to do that. You know, because people would rather leave their wallet at home these days than to leave their cell phone. That's how much they use it for communication. Email, getting to be a little old school. Text, people check that cell phone 1,000 times a day. All right. I'm looking so forward to seeing you at our next show. Thank you so much. We're going forward with love and positivity and joy. All right. Thank you. Powerful, powerful 2016. This is Sistah Modupe, Raw Vegan Soul Food Show. Signing off. Love you. Peace.
Hold on tight and you